What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by and say hello. All right, I got some hopium for you today. I know it comes in such small doses, but I got some hopium for you today. Just something to think about, because this video is more of a follow-up to the one that I put out recently about DEC being a stable coin. And in that video, and a lot of the other videos that came up after the town hall, got into a very interesting discussion in the comment section about Chaos Legion packs being sold for DEC. So here's where things get interesting. Now, I've been talking about how I believe DEC will go well below its peg. And so, therefore, in that sense, what are some of the things that could potentially save DEC? Well, right now, it's only the ability to burn DEC, right? And that is only available through guilds. I am not hopeful on land being out and fully functional by that time, as we're told that, phase 1 of land is going to come sometime later this year. And phase 1 is really just revealing your land plot and learning about the different resources and all that, rather than actually being able to functionally use it. But the ability for people to buy Chaos Legion packs with DEC is something that is going to be very, very interesting to watch. Now, how does this factor into Chaos Legion selling out, right? That's the little clickbait title that I used to get you guys in here. And I want to explain, and here's the thing. This is a working theory. I'm still working through it, and I would very much appreciate if people could help poke holes in here so we can find out exactly what the most likely outcome is. Now, the airdrop ends at the end of July, and so therefore in August, we're expecting, or at least I'm expecting, a great reset across the board in terms of overall market prices, token values, everything, pretty much everything within the game, I think, is going to be kind of shocked at that time. I don't know if everything's going to go up or down or what the case is. I'm giving you my theories and my reasonings on why I believe certain assets will go up or down. But for DEC specifically, we know that will eventually make its way back to its peg. That's what the team is intending. So right now, as it makes its way back to its peg, and if you watched one of my previous videos about how, the supply of DEC is just rampant right now, like it's way oversupplied, and at some point there will not be the same amount of demand for it once the airdrop is done. Unless they open Chaos Legion packs to be bought with DEC. Now, as it stands right now, you can only buy it with credits, all right? So you can only buy it with credits, which was done at the beginning of, I think, of the general sale. And if I remember correctly, it was done because there was a lot of fluctuation in price for people who were trying to buy with SPS or DEC. And there's a lot of people complaining about that. And I understand, right? Because it's like you buy it on a different market, like Binance Smart Chain or somewhere else, bring it into the game, and then you see that you actually need a different amount, and it could vary by a certain, degree of percentage points, which becomes significant when you're buying larger amount of packs. So I can understand that being I could understand why they did that. Now, with the airdrop and the airdrop inflating DEC prices as much as it has, there is really no incentive for anybody to come in and buy a pack with DEC. Now, Yabamat mentioned this, right? And in the video that I posted yesterday, it was like, was that a slip of the tongue, or is this something that they're actually planning? And now I'm starting to lean towards it's something that they're actually planning after thinking it through. Because the whole point is they want to be able to use DEC as a stable coin backed by the product. So I think the intention has always been, as was with the case with previous releases like Untamed, where you could buy the pack for either 4,000 DEC or 4,000 credits. So in that way, it is helped, DEC is helped to retain its peg by the actual products in the game. And that's exactly what Matt was talking about, right? So if you wanted to buy with DEC, right now it doesn't make sense because DEC is 2.5 times its peg. If you were to buy 4,000 DEC, what's my math like? That's probably going to be like $10 per pack. Why would you ever do that when you could just pay with credits and buy it for $4? Again, these are in US dollar value terms. So if and when, and I'm thinking more when, DEC starts to dip below its peg, if the team flips this switch, and this is not a switch that I saw coming, and I don't know that many others saw coming, just because, for so long we've been with the pay with credits option only. But if that switch is flipped by the team at the end of the airdrop or shortly after the end of the airdrop, when DEC is below its peg, all of a sudden that means people are coming in and buying DEC. So therefore creating buy pressure to raise the value of DEC back to its peg, because now you're getting a deal. So for example, let's say DEC jumps down to 0.00075, right? So it's like 25% below its peg. Well, now all of a sudden you can come in with 3 fiat US dollars, buy the equivalent amount of DEC, which would actually be 4,000 DEC, and now you're getting packs from the site for $3. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what's that going to do? That is going to create buy pressure and demand for the DEC token to stay at or around its peg of 0.001. Now, there's still going to be a lot of supply. So I think that, it's going to be a combination of things that happen there. And it's going to be very interesting to see what the actual value of DEC kind of floats around at right before and then right after the right before and right after the airdrop finishes. But if this is the lever that they're going to flip, right? And initially I thought it was going to be land. Initially, people, I think, probably thought that it was going to be Rift Watchers, right? Before Rift Watchers was changed to SPS. And now with land kind of being pushed to the back, or at least functionality really not coming until, maybe late this year or 2023, this is the lever that seems is going to be pushed. Now, here's the interesting thing. When this is bought, because Chaos Legion is not a mini set, this needs to become revenue for the team. So when you buy a Chaos Legion pack with DEC, the DEC is not going to be burned like it would be with Dice or Orb, the other previous mini set. The team needs this for for revenue and to operate the company, as has been the case with credits. So we're not actually burning DEC, and it's hard to say what the team will be doing with the DEC, because the thing is, now all of a sudden, if they're only getting $3 of value per pack, they're on the lower end, right? Like they're at 25%, 25% of a discount, or their revenue is reduced by 25%. So I don't know how that will operate and what the team will do. I don't think the team would just randomly burn it unless they're sitting on such a surplus and they just want to do something awesome for the community, which I wouldn't put it out of the question, but I also don't expect it. And I don't, it's not like I'm sitting here like saying that, team, I want you to do this and, stabilize the price just for all of us. Like, make the best business decisions so that you can continue giving us the best game, right? Don't just burn it because there's pressure from the community. But what I'm interested to know is if their long-term vision is that DEC is going to go back to its peg, well, then at that point, maybe they don't mind holding on to DEC, right? Because as a company, they can just hold these reserves knowing that everything that they're doing is going to get it back to its peg, at which point they can trade it out or use it for something else, or potentially, maybe if team members, I don't know what kind of burn mechanisms operate within the team, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying here. So this is not going to be a pure burn, right? Where people will be able to buy Chaos Legion packs and that DEC will disappear. That DEC is going to be going into the reserves of the company. And so we'll have to see how the company handles that. But I would trust it more in the hands of the company than anywhere else, because they're not there trying to crash the prices of their assets or intentionally inflate them, right? Like what happened with the airdrop. That was a happy accident that happened for many people, but I think it's really thrown so much out of whack for the team and therefore actually stalled a lot of things. Because if you heard Matt yesterday during the town hall, and I'm going to end this soon. Sorry, they're like always the mowing the lawn here every single day. But with Matt, talking about this yesterday, it was an interesting thing that he was mentioning that so much of the development is going to wait until the end of the airdrop. And so therefore, it just sounds like we're in this waiting game for the next 4 months. So that's all I have in this video for you guys. Just wanted to share how DEC can be used and backed as a stablecoin if Chaos Legion comes to pass. And if that happens and we go significantly below the pegs, that could be a huge catalyst for buying Chaos Legion packs. All right, guys, I can't even hear myself at this point, so very sorry about that. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.